everyone. Today I will be discussing the basic tools and supplies for the beginner or those considering giving model building a go and don't know where to start. Whether you're interested in cars and trucks, planes, military, these tools and supplies are a must. A couple of them are optional, but I find them to be useful and entertaining at times. I've picked up many different tips, tricks, and tools from beginner to advanced, some of which I will discuss in further videos. I'm going to address two categories of builders today. The first category of builders is the beginner, who has either just got into the hobby or is thinking about getting into the hobby, but they do not know where to start. The second category is the parents who made a wrong turn and went down the model aisle at Hobby Lobby, Michaels, or any other hobby store and heard those fearful words, "I want to build that." I've been building for almost 40 years, and I build for pure enjoyment. I don't build for anybody but myself. If one of my models actually should win an award at one of the few shows I go to a year, that's just a bonus. Always build for yourself, not to impress others. There's always going to be that one person out there who is the god of the model building world, and nobody can build a model as good as them. To get the most enjoyment from the hobby, build for yourself. Now for some of the basic supplies and tools. The number one tool in your arsenal will be patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. Very few people can take a model from the box and build it exactly the way they want it, or a show-winning model. The second item is workspace. As you can see, I have a 3-foot by 5.5-foot solid wood antique lawyer's desk that gives me ample room to work on a model. However, 5 minutes after this video is over, everybody will have their phones, iPads, and Kindles plugged in, charging on it, so I won't have any room to work on it anyway. The third item, this is one of the optional items, and that is a squirt gun. I have a cat. I'm sure some of you have a cat, and they want to get in your work area. So, couple squirts, and the cat's gone for a week or two. The next thing you need will be a nice pair of cutters. I got this pair of cutters a job many years ago, and they are by far the best. I do not know the brand. I've never been able to find another pair like them, but they are razor sharp and they cut to perfection when trimming the parts. The next thing you'll need, and this is another one of the optional ones, and that's, as you can see in the background, I have a 42-inch monitor back there hooked up to my computer and my security system, so I can sit and spy on my neighbors while I'm enjoying my model car building. Or I can flip over to YouTube and watch countless hours of cat and dog videos. Or better yet, I can flip over to Facebook and argue politics till I'm blue in the face. The next thing you need is an X-Acto knife. Now, these ain't for the kids. These are for the more advanced or older people. These things are razor sharp. You have a number 2 and a number 11, and they are great for trimming parts, trimming flash, cutting bare metal foil, stuff that I'll get into further on in later videos. The next thing is tweezers. There's thousands of different kinds of tweezers out there, but the kind you really want, really use for, are the bent tip tweezers. They are perfect for assembling small parts on model car and truck engines or airplanes, boats. The tweezers are a definite must. Next thing, for me, I'm clumsy, so if I use tweezers, I need a flashlight. I spend 3 or 4 times a day on my knees looking for that small part that was in the tweezers that just popped out. Another optional one is a fly swatter. One fly in the house, that's all it takes. And he leaves you alone until you sit down at your desk to work on a model. As soon as you're there trying to concentrate, there he is, in your face, all over everything. So just fly swatter handy. There you go. He's gone. And if the cat decides to come out after you shot her with the squirt gun, smack her in the butt, and she's gone again. Glues. That's the next one. Glues. You have Testors Clear Cement that works wonders for gluing your windows in, gluing clear parts. It dries clear, and if you make a mistake, you can just wipe it off with a damp cloth and go on. For all your other parts, Testors Model Cement, this stuff works great for your assemblies. I don't advise using this for windows because it will haze your windows and it'll ruin the windows when you put them in. Like I said, the Testors Clear Cement or Clear Glue is the best to use for doing your windows. Another one I like to use is I like Loctite Super Glue. I have liquid and I have gel. I use the liquid every once in a while. The gel I use about once or twice a week to pinch my finger back together and glue it from where I've cut myself using that pesky X-Acto knife. The next thing you can use is Q-tips. These things are perfect for applying glue in really, really tight places where you cannot get the tip of your glue or a glue tip. Last but not least, and this is the real important one, you want to have some of these around. These are great. You always want to have a pile of paper towels around. These things are wonderful. If you should happen to get some glue, you just wipe it right up off your desk. Some paint, stuff like that we'll discuss later. Or what I find them useful for is to cleaning up the blood from that severed artery in my wrist when the X-Acto knife slipped. Hopefully this video will help some of you who are just getting in the hobby. Please feel free to subscribe. I will have future videos on bare metal foil, brush painting, spray painting, and we'll be reviewing several different kits from newer ones that come out to vintage kits. Thank you again.